Hi friends, it's Amanda here from Faithfully Homemade. Today I am going to talk about my early learners math curriculum. So I thought I would do a new video, an updated video on my early learners math curriculum because so many of you are using it, and I thought I would go a little bit more in depth. Plus, I'm almost finished with it. I'm working on Unit 8 right now, and so for those of you who haven't used it yet, I thought maybe you would want to see what we are doing and how it works and things like that. So I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in this video, and in this video I'm going to give you examples of my children using this curriculum, and so you're going to get to see them in action a little bit, and so hopefully that will help you with your children or your students working with them. So this curriculum is geared toward either preschool, kindergarten, first grade, or second grade. So some of you are wondering, how can it span those many grades? Well, sometimes I do buy curriculum that is geared just for a certain grade level. But however, we all know that students all learn at different levels and different times. And so what one 5-year-old can do, another 5-year-old might not be able to do. Or, you know, they catch up at different times and they need different things. So this curriculum is to be able to meet those needs. It's also made this way to be flexible. So teachers, especially in a resource classroom, or even and especially in general ed classrooms too, they can use this curriculum in different units at different times to meet their needs. So, and to meet the kids' needs. So if you were teaching a first grade classroom and you wanted to use the numbers to 100 unit first, that was totally okay. You don't have to do numbers 1 through 10 if your students already passed that. So I made the units flexible and interchangeable. And I also made it interactive. So you're going to get to see how it's hands-on and interactive, which helps the students stay engaged. Okay, so with all of that said, I wanted to give you a little bit of background about me, because some of you may be wondering, well, how is she able to write this curriculum? So I'm a homeschool mom right now. I have 6 boys, but I also am a former teacher. I taught first grade for the longest amount of my career, and then I also taught second grade, and I've taught third grade. So I'm versed in the primary grades. I also did some preschool work as well. So I've been versed in the primary grades a lot. I did do a little bit of prep with kindergarten, so all of those grades I kind of have within me. I taught for 10 years. And so that's part of it. And then also, as you're going to see, that this curriculum, it has portions of it that you're going to see that this curriculum is standard based. So what I did is, actually, let me give you a little bit of background. So in my state, I had the opportunity back in 2010 to go down to our state capital and work with a few other teachers, and we actually wrote new standards and new curriculum maps for our state. So I've had experience with standard-based curriculum, and so you're going to see that in the teacher's guide for each unit, I have a page that gives you examples or gives you a checklist of what the students are supposed to learn in that unit. All right, so let's go back and let's talk about the units. So there are 11 units in this curriculum. I have right here a little cheat sheet to kind of help me remember the order of the units. So unit 1 is numbers to 10. That unit is complete. Unit 2 is teen numbers. That unit is complete. Unit 3 is comparing numbers. That unit's complete. Unit 4 is numbers to 100. That's complete. Unit 5 is addition. That unit is complete. Unit 6 is subtraction. That unit is complete. And the unit that I just finished is Unit 7, which is geometry and shapes. It's 2D shapes. And then the units to come, the one that I'm working on right now, is Unit 8, measurement. And then Unit 9 will be graphing, data, that kind of thing. Unit 10 will be money, and Unit 11 will be time. So now, that gives you an overview of what the units are. I try to give a lot of flexibility in this curriculum, and I have heard some really, really awesome testimonials from some of you who are using this curriculum with special needs students. and your own special needs children as homeschool parents, or I've also heard about people using this in the classroom, in those resource rooms, and that just makes my heart so happy. And you're going to see a little bit more in this video how this curriculum is hands-on and is engaging, and especially great for those special needs learners. But right now I'm currently using it with, I have a son that just turned 4, so he was 3 most of this time that I've been using this curriculum with him. And then I also have a 5-year-old son who will turn 6 in about 2 months. So I've been using it with my 3 and 5-year-old. Now they're 4 and 5. And they are not special needs, but this curriculum can be for all students. I do have another son who is special needs. He's only 2 right now, but I'm excited that I will be able to use this with him as he gets older, and I think that it will be a lot of fun with him too. So it meets needs of many different needs. So like my 5-year-old is a little bit advanced, and whereas and my 3-year-old, well, he's 4 now, is a little bit advanced for his age as well. So that's what I love about this curriculum. I didn't say, hey, it's only for kindergarten. I made it wide open so that you could kind of use it in flexibility with your students. Okay, so all right, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the units. So in each unit there are 5 components. Okay, so the first component is every single unit has a teacher's guide. The teacher's guide kind of looks like this. This is the teacher's guide for unit 1, and the pages kind of look like this. You can print them out like this if you want and put them in a binder, or you could even, on your printer settings, make it so they all fit on one little sheet since it is a teacher's guide like that. But either way, there is a page in each unit on the teacher's guide that has the skills checklist. This is what I was talking about when I said standards based. So the standards on here for unit 1, unit 1 is just teaching numbers 1 through 10. So it's a great unit for preschool or very, very early learners. And this unit, so here are the standards. So they are going to do number recognition 1 through 10, number word recognition 1 through 10, one-to-one correspondence numbers 1 through 10, and counting numbers 1 through 10. So it has a checklist there for you, and then as the students master each skill, you can kind of check it off there, or you can kind of highlight different things so that if you need to go back and do some remediation, you can do that as well. So that is in there. So anyways, there's a teacher's guide. That is the first component of each unit. Then the second component of each unit is the reference charts. So I don't know if you can see up here, I have one of them. I like to put my reference charts up on the board as we're doing our units. Or you can put them right there in front of the students. And here's one from my comparing numbers unit. Here's a reference chart, and here's another one from that same unit. Sometimes I put them in these plastic sleeves just to keep them safe from little hands and getting grimy and that kind of thing. And that way I don't have to laminate them. I just throw them in the little plastic sleeve, and it saves on lamination. Here's a reference chart from my unit on numbers 1 through 10, and we use these for counting, for referencing, obviously. You'll see that there is a little bit of teacher directions on how to use the reference charts in each unit. So that's just some examples of a few of the reference charts there, but every single unit has reference charts. Okay, then the next component of each unit are the interactive worksheets. So I'm going to just show you a few of them, and then I'm going to insert a clip into this video where you can see my kids working on some of the interactive worksheets. Now the reason I call them interactive is some of them are cut and paste. So here's one where they have to, this is from my teen number unit, where they have to find the number matching and paste it into the train cars. Some of them use dice, so it makes it interactive. So this one they have to roll and they have to color and compare. And then some of them use spinners, so you put you use a pencil and a paper clip, or you can purchase really, really cheaply. You can purchase spinners off of Amazon, and you would spin, but using a pencil and a paper clip works just as well, and then they would complete that worksheet. So as you can see, just a couple of different interactive worksheets here, and there's another one from my comparing unit. Here's one. It's printed on yellow because I ran out of white paper, but as you can see, this one, they would cut out the puzzle pieces and then they would glue them onto the correct numbers up here, and it would actually make a puzzle once they're finished.
2, right. So you're going to look at the very first picture here, and we're going to look at the fish, and we're going to decide which fishbowl has less fish and which fishbowl has more fish. And we're going to color the one that has less fish. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Good job. Can you color that fishbowl? That fishbowl has less fish. Very nice. Okay, so now you get to roll the dice again. Or roll the die again. Okay, what'd you get? A 1, so you're going to go in this column again. All right, now we're going to look at these 2 fish bowls. Which fishbowl has less fish?
This.
Okay, color the one you think has less fish.
This one.
Well, let's count them and we'll find out. So that one had how many?
5.
Okay, and then this one has... I'll count. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
7, 8, 9. Okay, so what has less? 5 or 9? Up here. 5 or 9? Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5 is less than 9. Very good.
See, I know how
Okay,
to do
you're
it.
cutting those out for me. When you cut that way.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, so you got them all cut out. Now we're going to use them to help us with our addition, okay?
Okay.
All right, so there's our hot dogs. Now,
We do
look at the first problem. What does it say?
7 plus 3.
Okay, so we already know the number 7 is bigger, so we just need to count 3 more. So count out 3 more. So 8.
8, 9, 10.
Okay, whoop, there you go. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. We're gonna write a 10 in the box, or for our answer right here.
10.
What number?
6.
Yeah. Okay. So now you got it. So say 6,
6,
7.
8, 9, 10.
All right. So 5 plus 5 is also 10. 7 plus 3 and 5 plus 5.
And 5 plus 5 is 10.
Yeah. Right. All right. Now we have 4 plus 3. So what's the bigger number?
4.
4. So we're just going to count 3 more. So just put 3
Hot dog.
hot dogs down. Okay. So now 4, and now we're going to count 3 more. 5.
5, 6, 7.
Okay. 4 plus 3 is 7. All right. We are doing good. Now we've got 4 plus 4. So what do? Now you do it. Try to do it on your own.
Okay.
What are we going to do?
4 down. So down at the 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good job. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. Excellent.
Component of each unit is the activity centers. Now this is the biggest component of each unit. This is the component that takes me the most time to complete when I'm working on them, but it also is the most, it's what makes this curriculum, basically. So the activity centers, I'm going to insert some clips of my children working on the activity centers, but I'm going to show you really quick a few of how I store them and what it looks like. So this is from the comparing numbers unit, and I have it in these little plastic bins. I have a separate video on exactly how I store them, so if you're interested in that video, I will leave a link below to that video so you can see. But in here, each and every activity center is in its own separate bag. And I also have labels for each one, and you get the labels when you purchase the curriculum, and it has all the directions. So I just stick the label on the bag. I have all the directions on for the students on how to use the unit, and then they go ahead and use it that way. So as you can see, I have them all just in these little bags inside this bin, and they're ready to go. I can just pull them out, and they have the directions on there, and they show exactly what they're supposed to do. So that one is some of the comparing numbers activity centers. They are hands-on, they are fun, they are engaging, and they meet those standards, those skills that I listed for each unit. So this next one. I put both the addition and the subtraction units together in one bin. And so again, I'm going to open up this bin and just show you they are in these little plastic bags, as you can see. And they're ready to go. I just stick the label on there that comes with each unit, so I have all the directions, and each label also comes with a picture, so it gives you a little picture on how to use it. You do not have to print out these activity centers in color. I do usually, but I provide everything in black and white. So if you have a black and white printer and it's just going to use too much ink, you can go ahead and print everything in black and white. That is no big deal. Or you can mix and match. On this activity center, I mixed and matched. So I printed out the mat in color, but then if you can see there's little cards that go with it. I decided to print the cards in black and white and then just use colored paper to make it a little bit more interesting. So as you can see that one there. So that is how I store all of the activity centers. This is the one for the first unit, numbers 1 through 10. This is numbers 11 through 100, so that there's a teen number unit, and then there's a unit on bigger numbers, and I just kind of combine those in this one. Here is my geometry one. So in here I have the geometry activity centers. These ones are super fun, and a little bit differently what I did with some of these is instead of using the plastic bags, I used little bags like this. They're pencil cases, and I still stuck the labels on there, and then they're in the pencil cases like that. So you can store them like that as well. I did that because we were going on a trip and I wanted to bring some of them with us, and so I thought being in those pencil cases would be a little bit more sturdy than keeping them in the plastic bags, but either way it doesn't matter. And then there's my geometry unit. By the way, these labels here you can get for free on my website. I'll leave a link below for that as well, for the labels for each of these bins if you're interested in keeping your activity centers in the bins. Okay, I'm going to insert a clip here of my children working on some of these.
Okay, Mark, so
centers.
what does 4 plus 5 equal? 9. So can you find the number 9 over there? And put it in your number sentence?
Here's 9.
Perfect. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, now you have to build 2 plus 3.
This one again?
Oh, did we do that one already?
Yeah.
Okay, pick another one. Okay, let's build 3. Let's build 3 plus 7. 3.
Plus 7.
Is that 7?
Oh wait.
Count the blocks. Make sure you're building it right.
5, 6. I mean one more.
Yes.
7.
Okay, so what does 3 plus 7 make? Now remember, why don't we start with the big number and then count up. So we know we have 7 and then count 3 more. 8, 9.
10.
Okay.
Why not just do this?
So, yeah, well, yeah, you could do that too. So now, because we're adding them together, right? So 7 plus 3 equals 10. So then, find the 10.
10. Here's 10.
Oh, James found it.
I found it.
There you go, and that's your number sentence. Perfect. Okay, I want you to count how many pencils are in there.
5.
There's 5. Okay, so can you find 5 blocks? Okay, put it right here. Okay, and then look over here, and I want you to find the number 5. Very good, and put it right here. You did it! 5 pencils, 5 blocks, and the number 5. Let's do another one. Count how many blocks.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, good. That's how many pencils, I'm sorry. Okay, so now find how many blocks makes 3. Very good. Put it on here. All right, and then find the number 3. You did it again! 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? 8.
9, 10, 11.
Okay, so can you put one of your gems on number 11? There are 11 robots. Excellent. Okay. Now we're going to try a different one. This one is a teen number. Okay. Now, let's see if you can count those ones. On the correct number, there's 17. Very good. 17. Okay, Mark. What's the shape?
That's so cool.
What's this one?
A square. A diamond. A diamond.
Diamond. We can also call it a rhombus. Okay? The card. Keep going. Then put it on your mat. Take the card and put it on your mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to look on here. Look here. Are there any circles on your pizza?
Yeah.
How many?
2.
Okay, so you're going to write a 2 in the box.
Okay.
Right here, next to the circles, next to the pepperonis. Okay, look at the next shape. What's the next shape?
A square.
A square. Are there any squares on your pizza?
Yeah. 1.
Okay, put a 1. All right, look at the next shape. A rhombus. Are there any rhombuses on your pizza?
No.
No, so 0. Put a 0 in the box.
Okay.
The next shape is a trapezoid. Say trapezoid.
Trapezoid.
Are there any trapezoids on your pizza?
No.
Okay, put a 0 in the box.
Okay, now we are on to
Next
the
shape.
last component of each unit. The last component is the assessment test. So every single unit has an assessment test at the end, and what I tried to do in the assessment test is assess the children on the skills that I listed in the teacher's guide, the standards that we were trying to meet for that unit. So I'm going to show you an example of one of the assessment tests. So here's the assessment test for Unit 2. Unit 2, I believe, was teen numbers, so it kind of looks like this. This is the first page. There's 2 pages. Actually, this is page 2, and this was page 1. So there's 2 pages for each test. So you can kind of get an idea what the assessment from some of you already. And I've only had great feedback, which really, really warms my heart. I'm so excited about this, especially since I use it with my own kids and it's working. Like, I'm seeing the learning, I'm seeing the process. And so it just, I couldn't be, that's my main point, is I couldn't be more happy for my own kids. But then the fact that I can go ahead and share it with you and hear how it's working for your students is just amazing to me. So it's just something I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to be in education. And being a homeschool mom now, it's so much fun to see my own children thriving, and not every day is perfect. You guys get that. Whether you're a teacher, whether you're a home educator, it's not always perfect. It's not always rosy, but step by step, day by day, we're getting there, and I'm seeing the wheels turning, and I'm seeing progress, and that's what we want, right? So, anyways, thank you so much. Like I said, if you have testimonials or if you have questions before you purchase. Oh, by the way, you can purchase my curriculum as a whole, so all the units together, or you can just purchase 1 unit at a time, whatever unit you want. So if you just want to try out a unit and see if it works for you, you can totally do that and just buy 1 unit at a time, or you can buy the entire curriculum together and you save a little bit of money if you buy it in the bundle together. But you can definitely, I've had people, many people buy just 1 unit at a time. If you do purchase my curriculum, leave feedback on Teacher Pay Teachers. I would love for you to leave feedback. First of all, you get, if you leave feedback, you get points towards buying more. So if you, let's say you want to just try 1 unit, you buy the 1 unit for $10, you leave some feedback, you'll get like $1 or something back. And then if you decide to buy another unit or whatever, you have that $1 to put towards it. So if you purchase the entire curriculum, then you're going to get a lot of money back, because but you have to leave that feedback. And it's not really getting money back, but it's getting credits, and then you can use those credits towards future purchases. So definitely, what you do is you go back and you click on where you downloaded, and you rate it. So there's a 1 through 4 rating, and then you leave a little comment in the comment section. And some of you have already done that, and there's some great comments in there. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.